Alright, today I'm going to walk you through the final week of Eternity of Pain. This is the boss rush where you have to fight all the 4 previous bosses back to back to back to back. And my team for the Cosmic and Science option is going to be Human Torch, Hercules, and Scorpion. So, Scorpion is for this Modoc right here, pretty much the only fight I use him for, and he is probably the safest option for this Modoc, just because he has such easy access to his shocks, and it just allows you to bypass the auto block and all that, because the note on Modoc is if he has an incinerate or a shock, then he can't auto block. So really safe fight. It takes a bit of a long time, so that's why it's in 3 times speed, because it is a 6-minute fight. Yeah, that's pretty rough, I know. But it is really safe. It's like very safe. Of course, Modoc is Modoc, so it can always be a bit of a rough time, just because he blocks so much throughout the fight. You do a 3 combo, holds block for 5 seconds. It's super annoying, but if you just work around that, then it's a really straightforward fight. This is a rank 2 Scorpion, but I knew it was gonna be a long fight, so I ran a 10% attack boost, and even that wasn't enough to make it a relatively short fight. It was still 6 minutes long. If you have a rank 3 or rank 4 Scorpion, it should be 1 or 2 minutes less, I believe. Rank 4 Scorpion probably is 4 minutes for this fight. But yeah, you can, I don't know actually, because you really want all 3 of these characters in the team. If you don't have a Scorpion though, that's fine. You can just use Hercules for this, or you can use the likes of Hyperion, Angela. Pretty much, those are the 2 that come to my head when I think of options for this guy first. There probably is more options out there, but I just can't really think of them right now. But I think Scorpion is definitely the safest one for this guy. So we're almost done with this matchup. It's just taking so long, man. It really is just taking so long. And it's not because Scorpion's damage is bad. It's just because we can't do the optimal rotation right now. Because his optimal rotation is going for the SP2, but Tranquility prevents that. So it's just we can't really do much, you know. But we're almost done anyway. 1% health, and the fight is over. So now we have what probably is my favorite fight of the 4. This is the Kraven boss. And this fight is just so fun with Hercules. The premise is you want to bait out the SP1, he triggers his trap, you throw your SP1 to remove the trap, and then just rinse and repeat that. It's a really straightforward fight. Hercules does a ton of damage, so it will be a really fast fight as well. This is a 5-star rank 5 Hercules, and he's already making really fast work of this Kraven. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole premise of this fight. As you can see, I'm a Hercules pro, so I do that, which I don't recommend doing. Yeah, not my brightest thing to do. So you can also try to bait him to this SP2, which lets him, you don't have to throw the SP1 into the trap, pretty much. You can just save to your SP2, if that makes any sense. I'll show you right now when I do it, but another really smart thing by me is to hit him when he's unstoppable. Yeah, this is going really nice for me. So yeah, see, I bait out his heavy attack there, and so he goes for the SP2, so that means I can preserve my bar of power and save it for my own SP2, you know? And that's pretty much lets you do the big damage, and that lets you finish off the fight completely. So now he throws the SP1, he triggers his trap, I wait for him to come at me, I special intercept, the trap is removed, and now I can just go in and do a ton of damage. Look at that damage, man, it's so crazy. He throws the SP1 again, that's completely fine. Go for the special intercept one more time, and then pretty much the fight is done, because I just need to do 1 more heavy attack, and that should seal it. Or 2 more heavy attacks, actually, yeah. 1, 2, and then boom. Yeah, really straightforward fight with Hercules. That was a 5-star rank 5, and that was still 1:40, you know? So this fight is a bit more annoying. This is the Penny Parker boss, and it's mainly because she has the special lock and the power lock for 6 seconds every 10 seconds. So there is a very tight window for you to gain power, and you have to make sure that you are playing really aggressive during that window. But yeah, you want to get to your SP1, you want to get to your SP2, you know, the usual Hercules rotation. It's just that it's going to be a bit hard to get to that because of the reduced power gain and the power lock and the special lock. So it is really annoying to try to build power in this fight, but you eventually will get to your special attacks, and then you can just do a ton of damage overall. So it is a really annoying fight, but Hercules is definitely one of the best options for it. And I'm thinking about it now, if you don't have Hercules, it's going to be really hard to try to replace him, because he takes 2 fights out of this whole quest, right? So I think the best cosmic replacement for Hercules is Odin. I think Odin can take Kraven just fine. You can even try like Scorpion for Kraven. I don't know how good that would be, but I feel like Kraven is a really, like, he doesn't really require a counter, if that makes any sense, because he just has like that like rotation where you just like bait the SP1 and drop your SP1 and just rinse and repeat that, you know? Like, there's not really a set rotation that you need to like follow. There's not really like a niche you need to counter. So I feel like Odin is your best bet when it comes to replacing Hercules, because Odin is really good for this Penny Parker. So now we're in immortality mode. We can just like dish out all the damage we can, and you know, this is just like peak Hercules. This is like where you want to be. You just want to do so much damage. You're fully unblockable, so you don't have to worry about the auto block either. And yeah, we unfortunately do croak here because we do like let her throw the SP1, which just takes so much time, so we lose our immortality. But Scorpion can just finish it off here. So yeah, but the 6-star rank 4 Herc though, that should be like a really, really fast fight. Unfortunately I do not have that, so I have to run the 565, but it's fine. It just goes to show like how good 5-star Herc is even. But yeah, there's a fight finished off by Scorpion. So last but not least, we have this Dragon Man boss. It is a very, very tough fight. It's just a really RNG reliant fight as well. And there's a problem. The problem is that if you do not solo this fight, you lose out on your flame on, so it just becomes a bit more annoying to do to like finish him off. But I also need to say that this is a 6-star rank 4 Human Torch, so if you want to match my stats, you do have to boost quite a bit for like a 5-star mainly. A 6-star rank 3 is really similar in stats to a 6-star rank 4, but you still need to do like a 10% boost, I believe. But yeah, the whole premise of this is just watch out for the unblockable. Just really, really hope that he throws his special attacks. Like right there, he almost got to the SP3, which is really scary. And yeah, you just end up doing so much damage towards the end that like he just starts to melt completely. I took a hit there and I got so scared because I was like, man, I'm really about to lose out my flame on, but thankfully it didn't KO me, so I can just go back in, and then he starts being more aggressive, which is a good thing, and he's able to go unstoppable, so you need to watch out for that too. There's a lot of things to look out for in this matchup, but it just goes by really fast if you have like a rank 3 Human Torch or rank 4 one, but it is a much more difficult fight if you have an unboosted 5-star one. So I just need to like clarify that now, that you probably will not solo this fight if you have a 5-star Human Torch. It'll probably be like 1 or 2 revives, I would assume. But yeah, the fight's almost done. Thankfully we had good Dragon Man AI, and that closes out the whole boss rush. So let me know your thoughts on this team. Let me know if this helped you out. If it did, I'm really happy it did. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me.